All right. All right. So up next on the show, we have UFC bantamweight Jimmie Ed Terror Rivera, who competes December 30th against one Dominic Cruz. Thanks, Jim, for taking time out of your busy day. The fight's here, and how do you feel about Dominic Cruz as an opponent?
I'm excited for the fight. It's great to have like 3 months to train for a fight instead of 8 weeks. Yeah. So there's no pressure, there's no rush. I can take my time and get ready. He's a little bit of a unique fighter with all the extra movement he does, so that's been fun time, learning, how to fight him and just working on it. And everything's coming together well. I feel good, and we still got about 9-10 weeks out.
Nice, man. Now, are you officially started your camp? How soon do you really start your camp?
I started my camp the same week I signed my agreement bout. That same week they announced the fight.
Yeah.
I literally found out about the fight that Tuesday. I don't remember the exact date, and they announced the fight like 3 hours later without me even. I didn't sign an agreement with the contract for the fight, but
they announced it before you signed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Well, Dominic Cruz is obviously a former champion, and he's pretty much only lost twice in his career. And I know you wanted to fight either him or TJ. Now you got Dominic Cruz as an opponent. Are you planning to call out Cody after you win Dominic Cruz? Or are you gonna let things happen on its own?
I plan on calling out whoever wins.
Champion,
yeah, whoever's the champion after November 4th. So if it's TJ, it's TJ. Cody is Cody. Either one of them.
Nice. Do you have something in mind, like a speech for either one of ththose?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I got a little time to plan for it. I thought of the speech after my last fight, probably in the locker room warming up, making sure I have a game plan on the mic, because I think that's one of the most important things. You got that 5 minutes afterwards with whoever it is, whether it's Brian Stan or Joe Rogan, and you got to make it count.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut that wrestling promo, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, are you surprised that Cruz wanted the fight? Because you guys are on a short list of contenders, but the fact that he waited, that he decided not to wait and decided to fight you instead. Because he expected a title shot. It seems like he expected a title shot.
Exactly, I was, and then he was on the MMA Hour. I got to listen to him, and and it's right. Sean Shelby makes the fights for the bantamweight division, and he wasn't guaranteed the next fight, and I don't think he should have. He could have reached Cody right away, but he decided to wait. So, when that happens, you have to now face the reality that you have to either defend your spot or someone's going to come in front of you. And that's what happened. So it was either, he wasn't going to get the spot, and I was going to get the spot, or he was going to have to fight me for, the number one contender.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Well, let's just say Cody wins his fight against TJ. There have been reports that Cody might want to go down to 125 and face DJ for his title. And if he does that, it kind of keeps your division in limbo. Are you worried about that at all?
Not at all. Not at all. If that does happen, it could always be an interim belt. There's so many things that could happen.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about it because I'm not trying to live off my money like other fighters are. I have an actual job and I have a business to run.
Yeah.
I'll wait until after the fact. I'll see what happens afterwards and go from there.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people feel like Cody exposed Dominic. Do you kind of take that with a grain of salt, or is that something that you're gonna really, look to take advantage of, or maybe expose something else that you might see in the?
I think the two aspects Dominic has is he's good at mixing it up from striking to wrestling, and he has a unique style of movement. Besides that, you could tell he can't really box the way he was swinging his arms. Like anybody that was a boxer, anybody that's good at boxing, you can tell he can't punch well. A lot of his stuff is for MMA, and I think Cody was the better boxer and was able to stop the takedowns, and that's what made him so successful in his fight.
Yeah.
Now, Dominic Cruz has great footwork. He's known for his footwork. Have you brought anybody in your camp to kind of emulate Dominic Cruz?
Yeah, my teammates do great. My teammate, who I was saying, Luis Galno, they intimidate him perfect and do all his extra movement, stuff like that. And it's funny watching because they're on point with it.
Yeah.
Because I've tried doing something. It's pretty doing some of the steps he does, but you finally get the hang of it. So I have my teammates out the most, and that's why I'm not worried about the fight because I have someone to emulate him, and I don't have to go travel far. I just got to go to my gym and train.
Awesome.
You got probably one of the most impressive records out in the bantamweight division and pretty much the UFC right now. Is that something that is a kind of adds more pressure to you, or is that more of a sense of pride? Which one outweighs the other? Do you think?
I never really think about the record,
Yeah.
You know what I mean, or winning streak or anything like that. I just kind of focus on the next fight at hand,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. I think the biggest thing is, it sucks to lose, and it sucks to not have your hand raised at the end. So I think I just put that in my mind and just work hard when I have a fight coming up or training camp. That's really it. I don't really ever think about it until someone asks me about it. I'm like, yeah, it's going well, I guess. I just worry about the next fight at hand, so this way I could, reach for a title shot.
No, it's crazy because usually when we interview fighters, we go on a Sure Dog page, and it's usually green, some red, or a lot of red, then green. But with you, it's all green, man. That's all wins. It's pretty impressive. Now, your last fight was against Tony Almeida, and in your hometown of New Jersey. How was that for you? Winning in front of your hometown crowd.
It was great. I mean, winning in Long Island and having the first fight ever in Long Island, the first UFC ever, it was cool to be a part of history. It was my first fight in Glasgow in Scotland. Yeah. So I was super excited about it. It was cool to be there, and we had myself and two other guys on the card that night, Shane Burgos and Lyman Good. Okay, so we had the crowd. It was huge. It was loud, and it was a blast. It was a blast, especially fighting someone and beating them at their own game, which is kickboxing, who's one of the best bantamweights in our division.
Nice, man. And you have you obviously have a strong attachment to your Puerto Rican descent. And with a lot of the things that are going on in Puerto Rico right now, has that been a little bit of a distraction for you? And have you been able to reach out to family that are over there?
Yeah, my family's good. It hasn't been a distraction because there's stuff that I have to take care of here that it's important too as well. So you kind of learn how to balance it out and able to kind of deal with everything.
So talk about your history of MMA. I know you're an amateur. I think back in 2007, you went undefeated for 2 years before you went pro. But what made you want to get involved in MMA? Was it something more like a bully type, or just something to as fun, like a hobby?
Well, I was picked on when I was a kid. I was a new kid at school, and my mom brought me in for discipline because of that at home. But I was getting picked on, which she didn't know. I was able to defend myself a couple months into my training, and I actually started with Tiger Showman's, and then one thing led to another. And we teach, kids the same way, adults, the same way I grew up was, you compete to help you get better and face your fears kind of and go in their competition. And just one thing led to another. I saw some people doing kickboxing fights at my age. I want to do some kickboxing fights. I did tournaments before that. And then, once I was 18, I was able to do amateur MMA. So I started doing amateur MMA and more kickboxing fights. And when I was 19, I was 11-0, 4-0 in kickboxing and 7-0 in MMA. And I told my coach, I'm like, can I go pro now? He was like, yeah, sure. No way. I had to ask him a couple times. It went well from there. And then, it's my second time in the UFC. The first time I wasn't so successful. I lost to Dennis Bermudez in the Ultimate Fighter House. I took it with a grain of salt. I learned from it, and then it just helped me improve and get better.
Nice, man. And it's your relationship with Tiger Showman, I mean, you guys are very close. He's obviously took you under his wing at a young age. How does that... how does he help you in terms of your career, in terms of your preparation throughout your entire career?
With everything. I mean, he comes up with the game plans. He coaches me. He's there throughout the whole way, and it helps me. It's my job to just listen to what he says and go do it. Yeah. And that's really it. I think, a lot of times I tell people, and I agree, he's very underrated, but it's okay. It doesn't bother him, but I always bring it up. I think he's underrated. He's a really good coach. Stands really well. And he can make people that come from nothing to be unbelievable. I mean, I was never a fighter. I never was a wrestler or anything like that. All I did was martial arts as a kid in baseball. Nice. And then I decided to keep going with martial arts, and I didn't like baseball as much.
Do you have any hobbies outside the cage?
Yeah, I like to go shooting. My wife and I will go shooting, riding, motorcycle, stuff like that. Oh, man. Teaching, obviously. It's a little bit of everything. Outdoor stuff. Always up for new experiences and learning new things.
Awesome, man.
Where can people find the school? Give them a plug, because you obviously teach class right now. Man.
I'm on East 23rd Street between Madison and Park Ave. I'm actually on the warm-up mat right now, and I have my kids. Let's see, hold on, so I can flip it. They're just
Nice, man. I like the.
Yeah, so this is just the mat downstairs, and then we have the mat upstairs right now. So they're just hanging out. It's like they're like their little playground before they get to go in class.
Yeah.
Just the energy, stuff like that. So, but
awesome.
it's cool.
I know, like we're pretty much kind of close to your teaching. So
It's class time right now.
Class time, yeah. So go ahead and
Yeah,
let the guys know.
Usually, the class starts at 4, so I have to prep and then get ready with my other instructors and my manager and stuff like that. Make sure we're all on the ball and stuff and everything runs smoothly.
Nice.
Yeah. So before that, you go. Just let the fans know where they can find you on social media and maybe plug in some of your sponsors if you have any.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you guys can find me on Jimmie Rivera 135 on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram, Jimmie Rivera. And I want to thank Tiger Fight Gear and NutriBio for sponsoring Ain't Clean, bro.
Nice,
awesome.
man. Hey, best of luck come this December, and then man, we're rooting for you, and all the best in the preparation.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Man.